G'day and welcome to our lesson on Chat GPT, my friends. Now, if you haven't heard of what Chat GPT is, go Google it because it is going to blow your mind. It is the AI sensation that is taking over the internet. Now, before we jump into this, please like and subscribe for more great videos like this. Awesome. Now that you have liked and you have subscribed to the video and you've left a comment if you so like, let's jump into it and actually look at how you can use Chat GPT to grow your clinic. So this is what Chat GPT looks like on the inside. This is how the sausage is made, my friends. So what I have here is I've got Chat GPT open and I have a bunch of scripts. Now these scripts I've edited and taken some inspiration from different people across the internet that have just really dived deep into this and have taken the best parts of each, molded them into what I believe are great scripts to help you grow your clinic. So the first one here, all right, what we want to do is, because ChatGPT is only as good as the questions you can ask it and the way that you can word things. So the better you get at your prompts, the better the output. The input is going to be as good as the output. So garbage in, garbage out. Great inputs in, great inputs out. So if you're not getting what you want, then trust me, it might be you. And stick around to the end because I'm actually going to go through how to reverse engineer to start to get an idea of how to say brilliant or how to write brilliant prompts. So stick around to the end, my friends, and I will give you that one to go through. So to begin with, we actually want to set the scene. We want to essentially butter up ChatGPT a little bit so that it can give us the exact answer that we're looking for. So imagine this for a second. I want you to act like an expert, insert profession, I'm going to say physiotherapist here, who is also a professional copywriter. What are the chances, right? I will describe what my business does, and you will reply to me with a numbered list of 10 blog ideas relevant to my prompt. You will only reply with the list of blogs and nothing else. Each blog idea must inform the person that they'll achieve a specific and desired outcome and without the typical common objections that they would pose themselves. Use polarizing and descriptive language to increase the click-through rate. Use adjectives and common pain points in their own language that they will understand. Reply okay to confirm. So to begin with, we're setting the scene. So let's have a look. Let's put this in here. Let's chuck it in and let's make sure we insert profession. You're an expert physiotherapist. All right. So hit enter and ChatGPT should say okay. Good. All right. This is, we're doing this on the fly here. So hopefully this works out well. Now, what do we do? Now I put down, I'm a physiotherapist and I help people to fix their shoulder pain. Simple, easy. If you're a shoulder pain physio, this one is for you. Play along at home. So copy and paste that one in. And now it should give us 10 blog ideas. Beautiful. So coming through, say goodbye to shoulder pain forever. 5 simple ideas to try today. Our simple exercises, the surprising link between posture and shoulder pain that you need to know, unlock your shoulders, how to improve mobility and reduce pain. So now in this example, we have 10 blog ideas for our physiotherapy business that is going to help people with shoulder pain. So let's put the next part in. So the next part is to go and outline 6 key subheadings that you would cover in a blog that would educate the average person about why they're having shoulder pain and what they should do about it and how physiotherapists can help them. So here's the 6 key subheadings it's going to give us. So first is the common causes, second, signs and symptoms of shoulder pain, third, home remedies and self-care, fourth, the role of a physio, beautiful. The 5th one, what's going to be common misconceptions and mistakes, fantastic. And the 6th one is preventing shoulder pain. Awesome. So moving down the list now, we actually want to fire up the blog. We want to hit it the first time now. So write me this blog under the above subheadings with approximately 200 words under each subheading in language that the average Australian can understand. Obviously, I'm from Australia. When I'm writing this, if you're overseas, use it wherever you are from. So let's throw that one in and let's fire up the blog. Here we go. So what it should be doing now is under each subheading, common causes of shoulder pain. Beautiful. This is what we're getting. It's not quite 200 words, so you can actually get it to expand each of those. And what I would actually do as well is make sure that when you're putting the subheadings in, I would put this whole part in here. Just remember, this isn't going to be perfect, and you're going to have to play around with this a little bit to get it exactly how you want. So what I would say now is rewrite this blog, right? Because it didn't listen to something that I said 200 words under each subheading. So rewrite this blog with the same subheadings with at least 200 words under each subheading. Ooh. Now, obviously, you can pick as many or as little words as you like, but what it should do now is actually go through and increase the amount of detail that goes into under each subheading. And we can see that it's already doing that now. So it's hitting at least 200 words. So maybe then going back here, rather than saying approximately, we change that to at least. So you can see that as you're going through, you're actually going to change these things over time based on the outputs you get from the inputs that you put in. Now we have a pretty fantastic blog. Now, the next thing that I would do is to level the blog up. Now, this is a little hack from a guy called Lewis Mocker. And what he said is to rewrite something in the style of Gary Halbert. Now, Gary Halbert is one of the most famous copywriters ever. And he's very famous for having a very conversational way of writing. Now, what I've found is that when you get them to rewrite the whole blog, it just tears it apart and it doesn't do what you want it to do. So what you're going to want to do here is take each paragraph one at a time. So if I put that here, all right, this is going to blow you away, by the way. Now, what I'll say is rewrite this in the style of Gary Halbert. Oops, Halbert. So have a look at this now. It's very, the language it's written in is very conversational. So listen up, folks. If you're experiencing shoulder pain, you need to know the common causes to find the right treatment. Don't waste your time and money on treatments that won't work. The top culprits for shoulder pain are injuries, overuse, and underlying medical conditions. Whether it's a rotator cuff tear, a dislocation, or a fracture, injuries can cause severe pain that affects your daily life. Overuse injuries like repetitive strain or impingement syndrome are also to blame. Let's not forget about the underlying medical conditions like arthritis, bursitis, and frozen shoulder, etc. Now, the difference here is this is a very conversational way of writing. This is a much more professional way of writing. Now, you don't have to write it in the style of Gary Halbert because that may not be in line with your brand. You have to keep in mind that this should always be in line with your brand, and you're likely going to have to make edits to these. But you could just say, rewrite this. Let's take this one again. And I would always just do one paragraph at a time. Otherwise, it really changes things a little bit too much here. So I'd say rewrite this in a more conversational tone. And what it's going to do is it's going to make this easier to read because it's going to come from a more conversational tone. It probably won't be quite as conversational as like a Gary Halbert, but it might be an in-between. Now, you may have someone else that you love how they write, who's famous, and you'll actually be able to ask it to write in the style that they write in. Fantastic. So we'll let that one finish up and we'll jump to the next one. So let's consider that we've gone through and we've created our blog. We've edited each of those paragraphs. We've done it in a style that we think is fantastic, and we're pretty happy with what we've got. And we know that we're likely going to need to make some edits because it may not, again, align completely with our brand, but it's going to be a good starting point. The next part is the conclusion. So come over here and say, whoops, a little bit too much. Write me a conclusion to the blog post using emotional language that helps my ideal client to understand how insert profession physiotherapy can help them to solve their problem. Because the idea typically at the end of this blog is we want people to take action so that we can help them. So let's see what that comes up with. Beautiful. So there you have it, a rundown of the most common causes of shoulder pain. But don't worry, there's good news. If you're dealing with shoulder pain, a physio can help you to get back to living your best life, et cetera, et cetera. You can read through this yourself. Fantastic, a great way to finish up. And a nice little call to action at the end. Take the first step and schedule an appointment today. You won't regret it. And again, you can change this. You can say rewrite this. You can even say rewrite this in the style of, you could even say Russell Brunson, and it would suddenly come up with something that's extremely salesy. He's very much known in that sort of area. And it's going to have big call to actions. Probably won't be for everyone. It wouldn't be a very on brand, I don't think, for many healthcare clinics, but it's just showing you how you can actually think about using Chat GPT and using different people who are experts in different fields and the way that they write to actually learn how you can better talk to your audience through your written content. Fantastic. So let's move on to the next one. Now, who is this for? So write me a list of client avatars who are most likely to want this service. This list should start with, this is for you if. Each item on the list should start with you and assume that the reader is the ideal client avatar. So it's thinking about it. And this can be the thing with Chat GPT is if you're not on the pro version, I'm just on the free version. You can see down here on the left-hand side, it says upgrade to plus, that it can be a little bit slow. And if you're on peak time in North America, then you may even not be able to jump on at all. So let's see what it comes up with. This is for you if you're an athlete or fitness enthusiast, thinking hard now, who has experienced shoulder pain due to overuse or injury. Fantastic. Normally, way faster than this, by the way. So at this point in the video, feel free to speed it up a little bit. In the meantime, we'll jump over and look at the next one. So the ideal outcome. So imagine you're in my ideal client avatar. You're looking for a solution to your problem. Write me a list of the 10 ideal outcomes that you want to achieve in order of the importance to you. So what we're asking here is saying, what is our ideal client from ChatGPT's perspective? What are they looking for in a solution and in order of importance? So let's jump across and put this in here in just a second. Let's see what it's come up with. You're a desk worker or office professional who spends long hours typing, using computer. You're a manual laborer or tradesperson, senior citizen who's experienced shoulder pain, stay-at-home parent. So you can see it's going through and it's creating these, albeit very slowly at the moment, but typically we'll just shoot these ones out. So once it's finished doing those, what we're going to do is we're going to ask it the next question of what are the ideal outcomes that you're looking to achieve and in order of importance. Then after this one, we're going to look at objections. So in a table, on the left-hand side, write me a list of 10 objections. And the right-hand side, write me a list of solutions. So why would you not see a physio? And how could we actually have a compelling solution to that objection? Gosh, we're almost there. It's got 8. That'll do. Beautiful. TikTok. Come on, Chat GPT. Here we go. Awesome. All right, we're back at full speed now, my friends. So it'll often say something like this, where it says, as an AI language model, I don't have a personal preference or needs. And so that's fine. It'll say that, but then it'll pump out what it believes that they would be if it were a real person. So you can see significant reduction in shoulder pain discomfort, improved range of motion in the shoulder joint, restoration of full strength and function in the shoulder, increased flexibility. The list goes on, and it believes in those orders are the most important to the ideal client avatar. So the next one is objections. So let's put here, like we said, in a table, On the left-hand side, the objections why you wouldn't use a physio, and the right-hand side, how you would handle those objections. How amazing is this? It creates a table now. First one, I can't afford physio. Looking at, our clinic offers various payment options, including insurance billing. We're happy to work with you to develop a treatment plan that fits your budget. Plus, investing in physiotherapy now can save money on more costly interventions down the road. Now, granted, not all of these will apply to your clinic. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt, but these are ideas. These are things to get you thinking about what might the possible objections be and how could I handle those objections? That's the beauty of this is it's not telling you what you need to do, but it's actually sparking ideas and ways of thinking that you might not otherwise have thought of. So let's look at the next one, which is reverse engineering. Now, this is cool. This is super cool. So let's jump into this. So what we want is we want to know, we've gone through all these prompts to get here, to get this blog, to understand something. But what if you had an amazing blog and you wanted to know, well, what would I have to ask in order to recreate this? Or what if you had a Facebook ad or a Google ad that killed it and it's something that's already working really well? And you went, well, how could I recreate this? How would I prompt you as Chat GPT to create something this good for me? Well, that's how we do this. We go, ignore all previous prompts, pretend you're a prompt engineering expert that is able to reverse engineer prompts based on the text that's provided to you. I'm going to provide you with a blog post. Please provide a prompting suggestion based on the style, syntax, language, and any other factors you consider relevant. I would like to use this prompt to replicate this blog that I'm giving you. Your prompt is effective if, when entered into Chat GPT in a normal context, it will provide this blog post. You can swap blog post for ad. The prompt should be able to completely replicate the blog post when entered into Chat GPT as a command. Should probably be no space there for technicality. Please reply with understood if that makes sense. If this does not make sense, ask further questions to clarify your understanding. So let's copy and paste this one in here. Understood. Please provide the blog post. So let's go up. Let's find our blog post. We'll just take this one here. Slowly down, slowly down. There we go. Awesome. And you would have mashed this together in a separate Word doc, having completed all the different steps. Cool. So provide the blog post. And now it should provide us with a way that we can ask ChatGPT to do this. Provide an informative article about shoulder pain, including its causes, symptoms, home remedies, and the role of physio treatment. Discuss common misconceptions and mistakes that people make regarding shoulder pain, and provide tips for preventing shoulder pain, such as maintaining good posture and exercising regularly. How amazing is that? How bloody epic is that? Because you could take that for shoulder pain and say, how about this for knee pain now? And so start thinking about what have you created already that is amazing, that you love, that your clients love, that really answers a genuine question. And how can you reverse engineer that to understand how you could actually get the best out of Chat GPT to help you to create more content to help more people. Now, a lot of people are also concerned about what will Google think of my Chat GPT generated content. Well, firstly, the content that you create in Chat GPT, it's unlikely that you're going to have exactly that. It's most likely you're going to have edits in this to make it on brand for you, but it's going to give you a really nice starting point. I've heard a lot of people saying that Google is going to be really penalizing Chat GPT content. I've said it so many times now, I'm losing it. Chat GPT content, and even in Gmail that it's going to be picking that out. However, Google themselves have said that they are not penalizing content that's written by AI. What they do penalize is content that is written for SEO purposes where it's been keyword stuffed. They specifically said whether you fire up 100 people to write SEO for your website or an AI to write SEO for your website, both of them will be penalized. What they want is they want people to focus on answering real questions that provide real value to people that are Googling, to people that are searching things. And so what you'll find is that Google is not going to penalize AI content just because it's created by AI. Now, obviously, create your own spin on it, add your own branding to it, but it's not going to be penalized just because it's written by AI or the bulk of it was written by AI. It's a tool, and you should be using that tool to answer real questions for real people. If you answer real questions for real people that provide value, you will not be penalized by Google. So my friends, if you like this one, please like and subscribe. It helps us so much to reach more people, to help more people, and to help you to grow your clinic. I'll see you in the next lesson, my friends.